We have followed this dirt road down to what's supposed to be a really nice glamping area, but we have ended up in a pickle in the mud and the rain and a very tight turnaround. So hopefully we can get out of this thing. I think you've got like 6 inches. I can't see what's on the far side of you though. I think if you turn it and come forward, you might be able to make it. All right, come on out.
We just did like a 20-point turnaround here in a place that is just a little bit wider than my Sprinter is long. It was pretty muddy too, but we did it, we pulled it off, and we're gonna keep going forward. George has met a local up here at this other gate that was locked, and they're gonna let us in, and now they're asking us if we want lunch. All right, so the people of Colombia are amazing. We're gonna go up here and this local's gonna unlock the gate for us, and I guess we're gonna be allowed to camp here. This is a beautiful place, and I'm super excited this is actually working out. He owns this property. He said that his wife is a doctor. They have this place, they let people camp here. It's really beautiful. We're in a fog right now, so we can't really see what's going on, but geez, driving in here, when we could see, it was amazingly beautiful. It reminded me a lot of Scotland. We're super glad to be here. This is gonna be a little more expensive than some of the other places we've camped at. It's gonna be 100,000 pesos a night, which a lot of the other places are half that or even a quarter of that. But this seems really beautiful. We're here. We wanna at least spend one night here and take this in and enjoy it. So we're just gonna run with this.
All right, we've made it, we've parked. It's a little slopey and it's really wet and muddy, so we'll just have to see how this goes. All right, we've taken a short walk up here to these platforms with these really cool geodesic domes that they have here for rent as part of the glamping experience here.
So you can come here and stay in one of these geodesic domes. They're totally windproof, waterproof. They have real beds in them. They have electricity. They have an alcohol stove that heats the geodesic dome. They're pretty cool. And they're sitting on these decks that are raised up off of the hillside, and they are looking out at the volcano that is the highest point in Colombia. And we can't see it right now because it's obscured by clouds.
But it's really beautiful watching the play of light on the clouds and the sky and this beautiful green grass. It's a pretty spectacular place. I'll put a link to this campground here in the description down below, and if you guys happen to be in Colombia, you should swing through here and stay in one of these domes and enjoy this view for yourself because it's really spectacular.
Good morning, coffee region of Colombia. We had a very nice, cool night up here, sleeping in the high country at almost 12,000 feet on the side of an amazingly green mountain surrounded by clouds. We heard a little thunder in the night, but it was just a beautiful night to camp up here. But look at this scenery. Look how the clouds and the fog are just rolling through. One moment you can see, it seems like forever, down to the villages down below. Next minute, you're just in a whiteout. Feels really good to be back up in the mountains. After months at sea level, I am finding this 12,000 foot elevation is making it a little hard to breathe. The family that owns and operates this facility, seems like they raise cattle here, and they have the camping and glamping and the geodomes. This property's been in their family for 4 generations. They love it up here, and it's really neat that they found a way to bring people like us in to get to experience it too, because this is such a really neat place.
Well, good morning, Cocora Valley. This is the place with the famous wax palms. This is Colombia's national tree. These guys, let's see, they're right here. Can you see them? Yeah, right behind my head here. These are the tallest palm trees in the world. Some of them are 200 plus feet tall with these cute little poofs on top. And this is one of the places when I was doing my research on where I wanted to go in Colombia. This is one of the key places. So I'm really glad to be here. And I'm also glad that it isn't raining. When we drove up here yesterday, it was rainy, it was foggy, it was kind of nasty. But today, the sun's out and it's going to be beautiful, at least for this morning. I think we'll probably get back into some more clouds and rain this afternoon. But so far, so good. Kathy and I are going to take off and go on a hike up here and explore the wax palms. All right, we're off. And so far, we've beat the crowds. Today is Saturday. It's a beautiful day. I think there's going to be a lot of people up here later. Thank goodness we're not having to walk over there and that there's a nice trail here. It has been raining for like the last 3 days. So I'm feeling really happy that it's sunny and beautiful right now. All right, we just paid 20,000 pesos each to get into the hiking trail. And boy, it's a beautiful garden. I don't know, all kinds of sculptures and things. And then I guess the trail goes up from here. That's a young goat, I'm the old goat.
You're definitely the old goat.
Do you have crazy goat eyes? Well, these are some really cool palm trees. They're super tall. Okay, we've made it up here to the second toll booth, as I'm calling them. This is where you pay to access the private property that goes on up the valley. It's got a little snack bar. They sell Snicker bars and chips and nuts and stuff like that. But the clouds are coming in and we're gonna start hiking on down. It has been spectacular up here exploring the wax palms, but we're gonna try to get down before we get soaked. All right, we're about halfway down. The rain hasn't started yet, so we're feeling lucky. All right, my advice to you guys if you're coming to the Cocora Valley is start your hike early. We started hiking about 8 and there's just a couple of people along with us. And now it's maybe 10 and we're seeing a lot more traffic on the trail, people going uphill. So get here early, you'll have the place all to yourself and it's really nice. All right, we've made it back down. We are not far from the van now. All right, we're back in Salento. We're here at a really awesome restaurant called Merlaki. And the owner is allowing us to park our vans here in his parking lot. But he said, no problem, enjoy your stay. And he's gonna serve lunch at noon and we can't wait. Because one thing we see on the menu is Mexican. Now you guys might not think there's a big difference between a lot of these foods we've had in Central America and Mexican food, but it is very different. And so I'm anxious to look on his menu and see what he has as far as Mexican food. This is gonna serve as a resupply point for us. For today, we're gonna get all our ducks in a row. We're gonna fill up water. We're gonna go to the grocery store. And then tomorrow, we're on to a very awesome drive, we hope, through the mountains and some more wild places. All right, we've had a wonderful night here at Merlaki, and today we are off on a new adventure. We're leaving Salento now. All right, so today we're doing a really cool adventure. We are gonna drive from Salento
to a town called Toche. And this is all on very, very back road, dirt roads. We've been told there's some pretty good rocks and ruts and even some mud puddles, but it's gonna be a fun adventure. Here we go. All right, we've made it to the top. We're at the pass, and it's just a cruise now down to Toche. There's a guy up there with a machete waving at me. I don't know if that's a sign of friendship or he's telling me to get out of here.
Well, it has been a long day on a very rough road.
We just made it into the town of Toche, which was where we thought we were going to spend the night. And, you know, it just didn't feel right. Biggest thing was the main place to camp. We talked to the gentleman who runs it, and it was on about a 20-degree hillside. So it would have been terrible sleeping in the vans at such an angle.
Oh, we've got a truck coming
Oh, here we got
Jorge.
a truck. Tell Jorge. Gracias. Wow, we've had a pretty intense day. It has been a wonderful, beautiful drive, everything I wanted it to be. So we're on this one-lane mountain road that, no joke, it drops off 3,000 feet below us. And there's some very skinny places where the road is washed out and you just have to squeak through, and you just look down these chutes that just drop into no man's land. And occasionally there'll be traffic coming our way, and we've got to figure out how to squeeze by them and get everybody through.
So even though we are tired, we're gonna continue on to the next town and hope that that feels a little bit better. And with any luck, we'll get there before dark.
This is the adventure. This is what we signed up for. And sometimes the days go a little longer than you want. We were pretty much ready to stop maybe 2 hours ago. We passed up actually a couple of really cool looking spots, but it seemed a little early in the day, and sometimes that comes back and bites you. But we're gonna make it. We'll find somewhere to camp. It's just gonna be a little later than we want. All right, you can see I have my night driving glasses on. That's because it's almost night. We're working our way down into town. We have a lead that we can possibly stay at the fire station, and that's gonna be our best bet. And we're kind of breaking our rule of not driving at night. Okay, I can see down below into the town of Cajamarca. That is where we are headed. Whew, what a day. We've made it into this kind of medium-sized town. We went and talked to the police officers over here at the police station, and they said it would be okay just to park on the street right here for tonight. It's not gonna be the nicest camping we've had, but we'll take it. We are all just totally crushed tired after this long day of driving, and it feels really good to stop moving, even if it's on a kind of noisy side street. So what an adventure. It was a really awesome day. It just went on about 4 hours longer than it should have. I sure wished we could have camped up there somewhere. That would have made all the difference. And then we would have had 2 really nice days instead of 1 crazy hard day. Anyway, I think it's gonna be fine, but we're glad to stop moving. All right guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in the morning.